This was Jobs' only server back then. One of the companies we are buying is Sony. In 2000, the market value reached $125 billion. Apple had only $5 billion at that time. And this is the current market value team of Sony and Apple. What did Sony do wrong? Falling from a tech giant to death. Today we continue the Internet epic number 26. The starting point of Japanese electronic myth. Sony. This is Sony's first product. He was one of the founders of Sony at that time. It was built after a lot of depth of field for more than half a year. The rice that is fought for is either a favorite or a harvest. The names are made again. A 2-point plan for family money. At this time, he thought of his deputy buddy. The two are a one-shot collection. May 7, 1946. Tokyo Communications Industry Council was officially established. The Sacredian family invested 190,000 yen. What to do? Two people aimed at the recorder. Saint Tian greets to discover a new music technology that is popular in Europe and the United States. You can listen to music without records or record players. If Japan's first recorder could be built, that will definitely sell out. The product direction is available, but the problem is how to do it. Depth of field activates its own R&D bud. Rub everything with your hands. Use a flat-bottomed ear pan as a heating pad. Restore effect purely consumes hand. But it is such research and development methods and conditions. This fan was also created by them. 1950, two people released Japan's first tape recorder. But this recorder weighs 70 kilograms. Price is also priced at $160,000. As a result, I rushed to publish it because it was too heavy. Sheng Tian greeted and Daquan began to reflect on it. It's obviously because it's replaced the record machine. The product produced was larger than a record player. Isn't this against Tiangang? So deep field defecation began to develop lightweight. Half a year later, Sony releases H-type recorder with halved weight. This time I bought it. At this time, Sheng Tian greeted him and found out that if we make this thing lightweight to the extreme, our product has great potential. But the question is how to make it small. This time, the depth of field focused its attention on the semen tube. The spermatocytic tube technology invented by a sensation around the traditional tools may make many people. There are many types of power functions. If you use this technology to make some products, it will definitely sell again. In 1952, depth of field traveled to the United States. Go straight to Bell Laboratory, a subsidiary of Western Electric Appliance. After reading deep field, he said that he wanted to buy a patent. He shook the holy field and asked him to pay. But where did Japan buy foreign exchange? At this time, depth of field activated its buff again. Hand rub everything. After returning to China, Shinda immediately sent Yen Jian and his husband to study in the United States. This is a daytime watcher. At night, guarding Hualin Mo. Structure diagram of the spermatozoa seen during the day. Write down all the production process. Return to Japan. Finally, in August 1955, they released TR-55. 5 semen tubes inside TR-55. All developed and manufactured by Sony itself. And also use a printed circuit. This very rare craft at that time. This time, Sainta asked to fly to the United States with a prototype to promote it. After arriving, I found the original company name. Americans can't remember or read. So he decided to change to a short one. A loud and resounding name that can be read all over the world. Inspired by Latin. Sony. It sounds like English. Sony. Synthetic Sony. This time the sales. Chinese counterpart giant Blois offers 100,000 units. But these 100,000 units are manufactured by OEM. Blois demands the product cannot have any Sony logo. All must be posted on Blois logo. Saint Tian refused to say on the spot. 50 years later, Sony will be as famous as you. In this search, many people will describe Sony as the craftsmanship and pride of Japanese craftsmen. But in fact, this is Xingtian's thoughts on industry. If Sony had regarded OEM as his main business at that time, R&D capabilities will be gradually wiped out by the supply chain's price war. The opposite, if you insist on speaking. Sony can design this coin ring for engineering products, precipitated into Sony's valuable assets. Finally, the Holyfield kills the fish and returns. Decided to be sold only in Japan. But I didn't expect. TR-55 is sold in Japan quite well. At this time, Saint Tian and Deep Field were more recognized. Technical directions of lightweight and convenient started to develop the next generation of products. TR-63 was officially released in 1957. Compared with the previous generation, the fuselage has become very lightweight. And this time, Xingtian also came up with a wonderful marketing point. Pocketco. Sony's clothes for all store salesmen. All customized larger pockets. Make it easy for salesmen to get out of their pockets. Take out TR-63. And to match the portability of TR-63, Sony tried its best to jointly develop PP3 batteries. This battery has been popular to this day. There are still many electronic products in use. This time Sony's real newspaper sale sold millions of sales in just a few years. There are even some machinery gangs that only steal 4,000 units of Sony and don't hang other brands at all. This was reported by the New York Times. Add another fire to Pocketco. Sony not only became popular this time, and it also ushered in the era of portable electronic products. At the same time, Saint also discovered Sony's problem. Now it's just selling some small appliances for radio. It will only leave everyone's impression of Sony at small electrical appliance manufacturers. Products can never be sold at high prices. So Xingtian decided to move forward to the high-end market. Look at the best TV to make. At that time, the color of the electric shooting image was low according to the details. If Sony has developed a clearer TV, then Sony will definitely be able to stand firm in the high-end market. 1968 Fanglalong released. This time Sony created almost all the TV market. The Flange Dragon sold the previous one worldwide. In the store, users only need to stand in front of the TV and take a look. You can see that it is brighter and clearer than other models. No need to talk about technical personnel. The picture quality is the best sales word. A year later, he won the AI May Award. Become a boatman who influenced the times. This time Sony got rid of the label of the small electrical desk. Successfully squeezed into the ranks of electrical giants. From recorder radio to color TV, Sony completed the word economic pavilion. Lightweight achieved to the extreme. Complete your own design language. The final sprint to high-end was successful. Sony relies on this principle. Living has become synonymous with an era. And next, Sony invented in a century. Topping the throne of tech giants. What happens next? Please book a breakdown next time.